Welcome to LaRue's room. We back. We back with another one, man. Hey, bro. Exhausting weekend, MG. How you doing? How you doing this Monday, bro?
Man, can't call it, brother. I need to start hitting these bets.
Bro, who you fucking telling, man? Did you bet
Uh,
for the fights at all this weekend?
no, I've been straight NBA for the last, well, since football ended, to be honest. So I didn't bet on any of the fights.
Bro, I see the for me the odds.
Jalen Green, one more point, bro. What's up? Zion, you did not show up today. You were sleepwalking through the first half. That's all I
Hey,
had to get off my chest. I'm sorry.
that's the energy we needed, bro. Cause I'm dragging, man. It was a long weekend for me, bro. Long
Uh,
weekend.
how's everything going, man?
Not bad, bro. Honestly, it's a lot going on in life, man. But I'm blessed to be here, happy to be here, man, and happy to get an episode in with you tonight, bro.
Same, brother. Same.
Hey, let's kick.
Happy to blessed to wake up this morning.
Hey, bro, it's always
Be
it's
honest.
always a blessing to see another 24. Always a blessing.
Be honest. To be honest.
Count your blessings, people. Count your blessings.
Man,
Yo,
every single one of them. But yeah, we can get started. My
you
apologies.
know who hasn't counted their blessings, bro? What's up, people? It's your boy Mama Stapes. Look, one quick announcement, really quick, really quick, really quick. Hey, I know it's Valentine's Day. Shit coming up in about a week. You're gonna love these treats. Sparkling Bee Events is the place to order all of your special treats for your special somebody. You will love it. They will love it. And it's a quick, easy process. Just look to the left. Go ahead and fuck with it. Go order it. That's Rosario. Same nigga.
Rosario.
Same nigga.
Rosario.
Charlo done put to sleep.
Yes.
Everybody done touched him
Put him
up.
to sleep, eighth round. Or no, was it eighth round? I think it was the eighth round.
It was
Yeah.
right around there. Bro, that fight was
Yeah.
boring as shit. Like Jesus Ramos, we know he's a dog. To be honest with you, bro, I
Yeah.
I was a
Yeah.
little let down because bro, the whole time we got Jesus Ramos dictating the pace and everything, bro. Like he didn't miss any of his
Uh,
shots. Wasn't challenged
yeah. Yeah.
whatsoever,
Yeah.
bro. Was not challenged. Like for me to
Yeah.
put him with dude in the main event, or actually the main card, I'm sorry. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
I'm
crazy.
with you on that. I'm with you on that. I think they just had to throw something together.
They did,
I
but I
think they
mean, you
that was a
could
that was a fill out the card fight. I think that was a fill out the card fight.
it was, but you could have picked a lot of different names for you. I would have been cool with Erickson Lubin again, to be honest with you.
Yeah, let him get his get back.
Get your get back if you
Let him get his
can.
get back. I mean, shit. There's another car to get back on, or well, supposed to try to get back, but didn't actually happen.
Yeah, we're gonna
But
touch
might as
on that one.
well
Might as well,
have
bro.
just made that the revenge card. To be honest,
Might as well, bro. But yeah, I thought that
yeah,
was it wasn't a boring fight by any means, but just Ramos just wasn't
didn't need to
challenged.
happen.
Didn't need to
Didn't need
happen.
that.
Didn't need to happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
shit, bro. Bro even struggled with Jared Hurd. I mean, that wasn't even a good fight on Pro Box TV. What 3 months ago, 2 months ago? So
Mhm.
even
Mhm.
still, for you to put him in that position, it's just I'm cool. I'll pass.
Yeah, yeah. That was he draw with Jared Hurd, but yeah,
Yeah,
uh, I
Rosario.
think that Rosario. I mean, honestly, it seemed like one of the and I mean they're not really. I mean they're still doing fights, but it seemed like it was PBC, but it seemed like a top rank move
100%.
where they just throw somebody in there to uh keep the needle on one of their guys without there being a risk involved. So
I agree.
yeah, Jesus Ramos also from Arizona.
He is, bro. I
Casa,
did not know that
Casa,
fight was at 160. Was not at
mm-hmm,
154. Was not at
mm-mm.
154. Um,
Yeah, which I mean could have led to part of the way the fight looked. To be
po-
honest with you.
possibly, but long story short, for me, bro, Rosario, he's not even go back to the drawing board, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Um,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
no idea. He looks shot. I think the L's have taken a lot out of him. A lot,
I mean, they definitely do that, to be honest with you.
for sure.
So, I mean, especially with tough fights and getting knocked out,
Being a crash
it'll
dummy.
it'll Yeah, if you're a crash dummy, you only got 3 to 5 of them fights, I believe, before you permanently damaged. Not saying you can't win fights after that, but
It's just
I mean, you
hard,
just
bro.
it's you don't want to take that type of punishment, so you approach fights a lot different.
Nah, and it's like for me, like if I'm him, like even after his first L, bro, like just the confidence at that point. Like, why do y'all keep putting me in here with these killers? Like, let me get my shit together real quick. I'll come back to that,
Yeah,
but
I mean, the problem is once you the money,
yeah,
you either you either make money being a crash dummy and being the gatekeeper, or you get and it's a consistent check with that, or you try to step your talent up and be on, you know, lower end of these cards with well, I mean, well, you got to win those, right?
for sure.
But to try to get yourself back and establish your name back.
Facts.
And so he's in a crossroads where he could either be the journeyman that gets the consistent check fighting the young guy or taking a risk. But losing this fight definitely didn't help.
It didn't help, bro. Um,
Uh,
we on to the next one. I ain't even gonna spend no more time on that one. Jesus Ramos,
yeah.
congratulations to you, big dog.
Yeah, man. Shout out AZ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got Isak Cruz and what was his opponent's name? I can't forget his. I can't remember his fucking name.
Isak Cruz opponent.
Yes, that was the next fight.
Isak Cruz fought Fierro.
Yes, yes. And Figueroa was a tough son of a bitch, bro. That motherfucker was tough.
Yeah, maybe Isak Cruz don't really got knockout power like that.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that because I'm 50-50. Like, I feel like he does, but, bro, like, dude didn't go down at all. Like, he was not phased one bit.
I will say they that particular group of people have very tough chins.
Yes. Yes.
So
1000%.
getting down is already a tall task. So if you pair that with the fact someone, which I'm going to say has questionable knockout power, you're going to get a situation where you're going to see someone that is quote unquote looking like they're taking a beating, but for some reason the shit just don't matter.
It don't
So
matter, bro.
it is crazy. It really is.
Why do you think, like, so I understand why he went away from the jab that he was using for, like, the first two
Yeah.
rounds, but, like,
Uh,
it was working, bro. Like, it was working. You were setting up shots, but you just was like,
yeah.
fuck it, let's just brawl. Like, I don't.
Yeah. I think he is falling into the trap where he thinks that's what the fans want. So,
They
I mean,
casuals do.
yeah. So, I
Casuals
mean,
definitely do.
yeah. I mean, he did knock out Rolly, so I can't say he doesn't have.
True.
I mean, but still,
I think
Rolly's.
Rolly's shot, bro.
Yeah, that's a different story for a
That's a
different day.
whole
But
different story.
uh, Fierro, yeah, Fierro. I think because that's what he wanted to do, what Fierro wanted to do. It seemed. I think he wanted to brawl. So I just think that he thought that Fierro wouldn't withstand that over the course of the fight instead of like just actual boxing. If the result is going to be the same, you might as well not take the punishment and keep jabbing.
Hundred
To be
percent.
honest with you,
100%. And Fierro, he was there to be hit. I mean, shit, Isaac Cruz was there to be hit too. Or
I was about to
Isak.
say you can say the same thing about both opponents.
That's facts. I Man, I like Isak Cruz's ability. I really do. I just don't think he uses it
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. I don't like I said. I think that he has realized that his bread and butter is that people like seeing him in these knockdown, drag out fights.
Mm-hmm.
So as a result, you got to give them that, or even if you don't in your head, you have to give them that. I mean, we're going to talk about it in the next fight, but I mean, it could seem like a good fight and you still get booed
Yeah.
because people are expecting, quote unquote, expecting something else. They get this made up in their brain that you only fight one way, and if you're fighting another way when it's less entertaining, if that's the way it is, then sometimes you get the criticism.
Facts.
So I mean that could have been in his head, but I mean regardless, he got the W. But yeah, he didn't need to make it as tough as it was.
He made it way too tough, man. And to be honest with you, fucking around with the right run, he might get stopped at some point by somebody.
There's a lot. There's some people I know he got that thick neck, but there's some people out there or no neck, but there's people out there that That'll get it done for sure.
Ryan Garcia,
I mean,
Tank.
I would say Tank didn't do it because his hand was fucked up,
Beat
but
him with one hand.
yeah, so it can be done. It can be done. I'm sure it can be done. I just think that, I mean, even then, it might be a tough night for that person that does it. At least up until that point, unless they do it
Mm-hmm.
early.
I mean,
So
to me, bro, what was it? A 10 round fight, and Isak was just pretty. I mean, he pretty much
yeah,
he was done. He was gassed by like the
yeah,
eighth. So
yeah, for sure,
I
for
mean,
sure. But it was a high output.
high
So
output. About what 1,400 punches between the both of them,
man, something like that.
bro. Really can't beat that. I mean, that's exciting. That's what the fans want. But
That's
boy,
what I'm saying. You get in that rut, you fall in that trap of having to appease that part of the crowd to continue to be put on those fights. Like you have to realize, I guess, quote unquote, your place
mm-hmm.
in boxing if you don't think you can go further and be the guy. And I'm sure even if he might mentally think it a little bit, but I mean, realistically, he's not going to be the guy at any weight class. I don't see him being the guy. So at that
Facts.
point, you got to find your thing. For Rolly, it's talking shit. For Ryan Garcia, it's his IG following.
Use
And
it.
for Isak Cruz, you got to be in those wars every single time. So
And it's up to
that's the
PBC to match him well, bro. Every fight from here on out. I mean, he might get
Mhm.
another title shot, but it's got to be against somebody who is more appealing, like style wise. Like it's
Yeah,
got to look
yeah,
good, regardless. So
true, true. Because most people just outbox him. They know.
facts,
I mean, that's what when you own a title, you know how to move,
hundred
and
percent.
that's just how it'll go
Who would you pair
for
him
sure.
up with next? I like Matisse a lot. That fight would be fireworks.
After he caught his little situation,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
At
I mean, if you
140,
want, if you want fireworks, yeah, yeah. I think Subriel Matisse. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Sorry.
nah, you got it right. I mean, both at 140, bro. I don't want to say it's 50-50. I kind of lean towards Matisse a little bit, but then again, I
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
know.
shit, man, shit, man. I mean, he came back and stopped his last opponent in the second round, but
Yeah,
I think, man, I mean, yeah, yeah. I guess they're both in the same spot in their career essentially now because Matisse was supposed to be the guy, went
supposed
down
to
to his
be.
country and got rocked, but not stopped, but he's lost the fight.
He's lost
And
two fights, like two like
yeah,
legitimate fights. I think Liam Perro and who else?
he lost a while back, in 2020 to an opponent named Petros Anaya.
Okay, okay.
So I think, and that was on the Wilder Fury, the second fight, um, undercard. And so I mean, it ain't like that's what I'm saying. Like Isak Cruz at 3 losses, he's at 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck, man.
It's a good
They're
matchup.
kind of the same. Yes, it's an entertaining matchup. If it ain't good, if it ain't gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be entertaining.
I mean,
So
bro, like let's be realistic. Who do we see Isai Cruz with, or who do we see him with in the next couple fights? Like next three opponents, Matisse has got to be up there at some point.
yeah,
It's slim
yeah,
pickings
that's
right now,
true.
bro.
Yeah, I was like Ryan. If Ryan loses to,
Broly,
he won't lose to
hell
Rolly.
nah.
But if he were to lose to Rolly by some chance, that's who I would pair him with next. But I don't see that happening. But if it does happen, that's where I see it going.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, that's a pipe dream because obviously, like I said, I don't see that's a like some wild shit has to take place for that to take place. Let's put it like that.
Would you ever put a Devin Haney against Isak Cruz?
He would have to lose. He'd have to lose to Ryan again.
I'm saying,
Or the
I'm saying like
Fundora. He's fighting Fundora, right?
who?
Uh Haney. No,
No, Haney's
not
fighting
Fundora. I'm
Ramirez.
tripping.
Ramirez.
Sorry. I don't even know why that came up.
You
It's been a
good?
long day. But yeah. I mean, if Haney loses, then yeah, because at that point he's gonna be used goods. I don't know if that a 3-fight deal will hold up with the Riyadh season,
I don't
but
think so either.
if Haney loses, then yes. I think that if either one of those two lose their next fight, then that is what they'll have to go down to one of those type of opponents, either Matisse or Isaac Cruz. Like I said, they're both in the same boat. So
That's
that
tough.
is where it will go.
I think Matisse is a tough out for a Haney or like a. Nah, I can't push the
A
core up
boxer,
there.
boxer,
Yeah,
a boxer. Yeah.
a
Yeah,
boxer
Jose
who's looking
Ramirez.
to gain confidence again because, I
Right.
mean, Matisse has nothing to lose if he takes another L. It's nothing.
Esau got nothing to lose, to be honest. So I get it. I mean, like him losing to like he's in the point now, right? Where if you stick him with a good opponent and he loses, you're not surprised. But if you stick him with a bad opponent and he loses, you're also like, yeah, somebody's gonna catch him at some point.
See, but I'm 50-50. I'm torn because I feel like if you know boxing, then yes, I agree with you. But if you don't, it's like, hey, bro, he fucking knocks people out. He can punch. He can hit. Like, he's exciting. He's
Yeah.
gonna win every
Yeah.
fight. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
He does have that to lose, the quote
Fans.
unquote court of public opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I just don't see him like fucking that off. I mean, yeah, he could fuck it off. It could happen. It definitely could. But like, I think that they're sticking him with that level of opponent to where he doesn't. It would be a challenging thing to matchmake him with someone good because then you're like that opponent is just gonna say, hey, I don't gain anything. I just have like I'm just gonna take some like he's just gonna keep coming. So I'm gonna
Right.
take some unnecessary punishment and then end up beating him in the end. So if they don't want a war before a big fight or something, yeah. If you want a war, like say somebody that's coming up weight or something like that wants to show they can box, someone that's coming forward at a higher weight class, like maybe you stick them with someone like that that's like going up in weight. But like, and even that might be dangerous because that's the first punch you're gonna take at that weight class. So he's a tough one to match, I feel, just from the simple fact that a lot of his opponents, I feel like that I would want to see him with are dependent on someone losing
That's true.
to get to that point. Shit, make the Rolly rematch happen. I mean, I know nobody needs to see it,
I don't want to
but
see
if you want to
that.
entertain it fight,
Rolly will fuck around and get hurt again, bro. Bad.
that's true. That's very true.
I do want to talk
It
about
definitely got.
Rolly and Ryan here after we talk about the main event, like the whole card. So let's
Okay,
switch over to the next fight, bro.
I gotta eat my words,
You gotta eat your
man.
words, bro. Hey, Stephen
Eat my
Fulton
words,
versus
man.
fuck, what the hell is his name, bro? I am tired, bro. I'm tired.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
good,
y'all.
man. You good.
Um,
Figueroa, Figueroa,
Brandon Figueroa.
Brandon Figueroa.
B Fig,
Yeah,
man. Hey, I knew you was overlooking him, bro, but he looked a little off, man. He looked a little off.
I I don't understand how his game plan came to be. Like, I don't understand what his game plan was or why he didn't apply pressure. Like, and I will say, Stephen Fulton looked good whenever he had to like sit in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So if he would apply pressure, it could have possibly been the same shit. We just would have had to see him sit in the pocket for longer and make sure that he could, withstand that. But he didn't apply the pressure that I thought he would apply at any point in time in that fight. And I don't know if
I
it was
thought
because he lost to him the last time.
I thought he would have applied pressure, bro, but like I just feel like I think after the first 2 rounds, Stephen Fulton was just like, "Yo, bro, like I'm dictating this whole fucking fight. Like it ain't shit you can do. You not doing shit with
Whole
it, bro."
thing.
Like,
Whole thing.
like it was impressive because
Yeah.
I thought that Stephen Fulton would win. I had some concerns though, like if he got attacked to the body a little too much,
Yeah.
given his last fight and his first time
Yeah.
at the weight with his last
For
opponent
sure.
Castro. I
Yeah.
was torn. I was torn. But he showed no signs of wear and tear. No signs of any type of lack of
Nope,
confidence. Nothing.
nothing. It was the complete opposite of how I thought it would go. I
Yeah.
thought the Figueroa would dictate the fight, and Stephen Fulton would be trying to catch up with that,
Mm-hmm.
especially after you've already fought him before. I feel like in those situations, which makes me respect Fulton a lot more.
Yes.
But you think the pressure fighters like if I mean, he won, but I'm sure with a few tweaks, I could continue with the pressure and win. But it seemed like he was just like, I lost being the pressure fighter, so let me try another way or something. But it just didn't seem like the fight he should have fought, and it proved to be the fight he shouldn't have fucking fought. He got handled, man. He got handled the whole fight. It just didn't seem like they were in the same like skill range,
Right.
like even a little bit. And like shout out to Fulton didn't sit down during the fucking
Mm-mm.
the intermissions between rounds. But I heard him talking about that. I watched him on an interview earlier, and he was talking about how
Me too.
he trained like that this fight. So, but like shit like that, I was just watching like, man, he doesn't. Not saying he doesn't respect him, but he's just doing whatever he wants,
Whatever
like
he wants.
legitimately.
Whatever he wants. Hey, shout out to the Porterway, man. Hey, we respect
Yeah,
you over
shout out to
here,
Port.
bro. We respect you over here. Shines, I tell you, you are a genius. Much love to y'all,
Man,
man. Much love to y'all.
boxing Rain Man.
Yes.
It
Yes.
it is amazing to see. But yeah, shout
Now,
out to Portaway Podcast.
shout out to the Porterway, bro. But Stephen Fulton, he made a nice little comment, bro, about Figueroa like needing to maybe go back down in weight. He said that I think during the
Yeah.
press conference or the post fight, like right after the
hmm
fight. You agree with that?
Uh, if he wants to be a bully, then yeah, he might need to go back down. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, I feel like going back down, you start to struggle to
Yeah.
keep weight
Yeah, and he's
or
getting older. I
keep
mean,
weight range.
he's still young, but like, bro, like as you kind of become a man and kind of form into your body, you can't really make that fucking weight anymore, bro. So it's just kind of,
Mm-mm,
I don't know.
mm-mm.
That's a tough one.
But that's the thing. If you want to get your confidence back and be a bully, then you might have to go do that and then try to go back up. But
I
it don't sound like an easy task to do at the same time.
It doesn't, bro. But
And he didn't take that much punishment, so he
no,
doesn't need to be out of the ring that long. He
no.
just it's just usually getting outclassed. He wasn't getting punished for it. He was just getting outclassed and outboxed.
And back to my point that I made before, if he fights that fight that he usually fights, being a pressure fighter, showing more offense, being aggressive, I think he can still give Anyway a lot of problems.
You know what?
Yes. I just, bro, I can't. I love Fulton, right? But Brandon Figueroa, I know what he can do. He he got beat, bro. Cool, whatever. But
Yeah.
bro, anyway, you get up for that fight. It's different. I just feel like
You get up for it for sure, but shit, man.
that
You
style,
you
that style,
you
bro.
even if you hint at doing that damn uh defensive first fighting that he tried to
It's
do
over with.
against Inoue, he's getting his ass punished. Not like what happened this time. He's getting punished. So that's the only thing. Like it would be hard for me to think that he'll ever fight that way again. Not again, but
Same,
for a
bro.
very long time.
I'm with you. I'm with you. If he fought anyway, it would not look like that, bro. It wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think any of his next fights, at least in the near future, will look like that.
Do you think he'll be a
Uh,
gatekeeper at 126?
I mean, that's what happens, right? We were talking about that earlier. Especially if you drop it to the same opponent
Mm-hmm.
in a division that has some talent, but there's only like a few big names as a draw. To become that big name of draw, I feel like you should have to beat him. So I mean, he's trending towards that direction of gatekeeper just from the way he's losing.
It fucking
Um,
sucks for him. That
you know what I
definitely
mean?
fucking sucks.
So, but I mean, you could always turn the tide and just go on a run. But
You can.
the person that we would have had to get it proved, like the caliber of fighter that you have to like show that you could beat would be like a Stephen Fulton. So
For
that's
sure.
if you can't do that, then you know what I mean. Like I need to see why I should invest in you being this fighter as opposed to having to pick up the pieces against the same opponent. Like that was supposed to be like the match of who was going to go up and down
I
as
agree.
far as talent level.
I agree.
And no disrespect to Fulton, because like I said, he fought his fight and he dictated pace and he sat in the pocket, like in the pockets in certain points and got some shots off. So it's like no disrespect to bro, fought a good fight.
Hell of a fight.
Can't say shit. Can't say shit.
Hell of a fight, bro.
For real.
At one point, he was up 5 rounds to nothing. At one point, when I was
Yeah.
texting you, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it might be a silly question. Do you think at 126 he can give Inoue a better fight if he so chose to go that route? Or
Nah.
nothing?
I think that and I'm not even saying that I'm not even saying that because of him. I'm saying that because, and I'm
Inoue's
not
that
saying
good.
that. Yeah, I'm not saying that the fight that just happened changed my opinion on any fight. I just think that in a way, that's a different beast, man. Like he's gonna like mentally after getting stopped by Inoue like that, you got to think about that in another fight. Like you got to think about that type of, and it wasn't like it was crazy, but it wasn't crazy. Like
It was
it just we
brutal,
knew it was
bro.
gonna happen.
It was
Yeah, it's
brutal.
like we knew it was gonna happen though. It wasn't I mean not new, but it was very, very likely that the outcome was gonna be that. So seeing it didn't really change much for me,
Yeah.
other than you know what I mean? Other than just knowing like, yeah, well that was supposed to happen, essentially. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'll be honest. I was at work watching that. No,
Hmm.
because it came on at like 5. I was getting ready for work, but I was watching it in the car because I was driving to a
Yeah, I
meeting.
watched it before I went to sleep. I was up watching that on some late night shit before going to bed. No cap.
Bro, I legitimately I thought it was going decision. Like I was very confident, but bro, that was actually like my second time watching it anyway, like a full fight. Like I don't watch
That's
them a
why
whole lot. I have not watched them
it's
a whole
hard
lot.
to because it's in Japan, so
Right.
it's kind of usually in Japan, so it's kind of hard to.
Right. But no, I was impressed. I was impressed. Stephen Fulton, I
Hmm.
mean, showed a lot of heart that fight. But bro, like, I'm proud of him, man. Just the last 24 months to come back how he did, and 2 wins in a row,
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
great.
2 in a row, looking better, looking sharper,
Mm-hmm.
looking back on track to what we thought before the NOA fight. So
Correct.
that's the type of things that you look at when it's like, all right, let's start. But I mean, I wouldn't. You look at that, but I don't look at that in a way where I'm like, yeah, let's throw him back in there in a way. Like I
Nah,
look
hell
at
no.
that and like, all right, just put him on his own path.
Yeah.
And if you guys are now to the point where there's no other option, like a unification fight or something like that, then yeah, that's gonna happen. But other than that, you kind of just gotta let that one fly
I feel like
for the time being.
I feel like there's too many fights that both of them can actually like make with other fighters. Like I mean, shit, Raymond Ford, if he wanted to go back down to 26, he could.
Hmm.
This Elijah Pierce guy, I mean, he's decent. I don't watch him enough. He's on OTX, I believe, or overtime,
Oh,
whatever
okay.
that is. But
Obviously, Shushu's name is can thrown around too.
Shushu's name is definitely thrown around, which I like that fight, but I'm not sure if Shushu is ready. That's a lot of
Yeah,
experience, coming your way. So,
yeah, for sure. And with either fight,
right. So, uh,
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. But
yeah.
anyway, also has a lot of good fights he can make as well. So I guess we'll just see
I,
we'll see
I
what
think I
happens.
heard something about him fighting
Nakatani.
in the States.
Oh, in Vegas
His next
this
fight.
year.
Yeah, which we'll see if that happens. But I think I read somewhere about that today.
I mean, shit, bro. I hope he fights Sam Goodman at some point. I mean, they've called that fight off twice.
Yeah,
Like, I want to see that.
yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. That is very true.
and that's the start of like, okay, like now I'm about to start taking out some killers real quick. Like you got him, you got Nakatani, you got Bruce
Mhm.
Carrington. I mean, you got some
Yeah,
guys, you got some guys available. So
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I think I don't want to say he's over making the money in Japan because he'll never not. But I've been seeing some shit about his hand wraps, how they illegal hand wraps over there. So when he comes over here, it ain't the same pop. I'm gonna leave that there though. We ain't gonna talk about that today.
Hey, we gonna see. We gonna see, bro. He'll be in the States this year,
Uh,
so we definitely gonna see what's
we'll
up.
leave it. We'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone.
Hey, main event time.
Yeah, I think so.
What's your thoughts, bro? Talk
I
to
think
me.
so. Uh, First of all, congratulations to Benavidez.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Salute.
One for taking the fight, two for the performance. Um, it's it was not an easy opponent by any stretch. No one thought it would be easy, but we need more people in boxing that are going to take these not easy fights or fights that are seemingly going to be tougher. Morrell was
He's a dog, bro.
it just seemed like every time Benavidez threw a combination, he threw a combination. It seemed like every time he got hit with a big shot, he wasn't wobbled. He just threw another big shot and landed one. It just seemed like well, for the first few rounds. For the first few rounds, it just seemed like he had an answer, like where it was a snap decision that he was just go into this mode and get the point back. And that was how the first few rounds looked to me. It was just like I'll see a combination and then by Benavidez, and then like, all right, he'll turn it up like immediately right after he gets hit with one or two of those in that combination. I'm like, dude, this dude is nuts.
Bro,
And like
legit.
it was good pacing. I thought that he really didn't get hurt, hurt like most Benavidez opponents, but that's because, like I said, he was returning fire at a rate where it just was like, damn. But Benavidez he was landing some clean shit. He was landing some clean shit, and
Uppercuts,
it
hooks.
was some crafty clean shit that like
Yes.
usually he just breaks down your body to the point where you just don't want to have your guard up half the time or most of the time. But he was getting through with some shots. And Morrell wasn't as crafty footwork wise as
Mm-mm.
I thought he would be. So that was a little different. It seemed like he wanted to stay in the pocket with Benavidez in exchange, which, like I said, it was going well for the first few rounds.
It
He
was.
was exchanging to the point, but I don't think that he's not built for that. It's kind of like how we were talking about with the Figueroa fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to fight your fight, and I don't want to say he didn't fight his fight because but he didn't fight his fight for the entire fight, and that's my takeaway.
See, I think it's just levels to it though. Like I personally think, bro, like I don't think he was ever a real threat to Benavidez. Like at any point in the fight,
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Like, bro,
yeah,
for me, footwork is good, right? But like with him being so talented as a boxer, I was expecting him to utilize the ring a little more than what he was because there was times
yeah,
where Benavidez would get him, on the ropes and he's there to be hit, but he's still kind of he trying to do his thing, but like, bro, get out of there and
yeah,
and, 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 and move your feet. Like,
yeah,
do what
yeah,
you're good
yeah,
at, bro. Like you got away
for
from that.
sure,
So
for sure.
that it was tough. It was tough to watch in that aspect, but I still thought it was a great fight. I thought it was a great fight, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah, it was
Morrell
a
had
great fight.
more.
It was a great fight. I felt like Benavidez had to respect him a little bit more
Yes.
than I would have thought he was going to. You know what I mean? And that's because of and Benavidez was a little crafty with his defense. I mean, he still doesn't have the footwork, but I seen him escape some shots where I was like, damn, all right, he got his head offline. And you know
Agreed.
what I mean? And I didn't think he was gonna do that because I thought it was gonna be more of like a, pop shot. Uh Once you get him in the corner, get out in a real slick way and throw his shots type
Right.
of performance by David Morrell. But I don't know, man. Maybe the talk during the week where he basically got suckered into fighting Benavidez's fight
Toe to toe.
potentially.
Toe to toe.
Like, hey, I want to prove that I am a man, and he proved it. It was a tough fight,
It was a great
but
fight, bro. It was a great
yeah,
fight. I just feel like the skills that we were expecting to see in
hmm
the ring, we didn't see a whole lot of it. But we,
yeah,
we got a really good fight. Bro, if Morrell goes back to the drawing board, he's gonna be tough. Like for a lot of people. That could
yeah.
be his only loss. His only loss.
He's gonna be a tough out. He's gonna be a tough out. I mean, for you to go toe to toe, full fight, Benavidez.
12 rounds.
it's gonna be a tough fight for anyone not named Benavidez. I think, man, like I wouldn't be mad if, well, I guess it depends because if Better BF loses, I think he gonna end up retiring
I think
if
so
he does.
too.
Well, after that third fight, but like if Bivol loses, I think he still has a little bit left in the tank, and I'm like, I kind of would want to see Bivol. If Bivol loses the second time, I'd want to see Bivol Morrell.
Bivol Morrell or Bivol Benavidez?
Bivol Morrell if Bivol loses, because I think the Better BF will have to fight
Benavidez.
Benavidez if he pulls that off
That'd be a
for the second time.
nice little tournament or whatever, whatever you want to call it. It'd
Yeah,
be nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's the only way I see. I think if Better BF loses and he has to do the third fight, then it's over because I think he's going to retire after that fight, regardless of outcome. But if Bivol loses twice, I think that's the only way we can get something like that. But regardless, the winner of that fight is going to have to go against Benavidez. Not have to, but Turkey Al Sheik is going to make it very, very profitable for both of those fighters.
And
If that is the
there's
winning
nobody
fight.
else left.
Yeah, at light heavy.
Yeah.
That's worth the damn.
Right. I don't know, man. Benavidez, like I was thinking about it. I know Bivol is an excellent fighter. He has a whole toolbox. He's got everything. He can move, he can punch, he's got some power.
Oh
He's
yeah.
quick. But for some reason, bro, like it's hard for me to ever doubt Benavidez. Like there's just something about him. He's got supreme skill. I mean, it doesn't even look like it, but like just watching him fight Morrell, bro, like it just looked easy. It looked easy to the point where like, yeah, he got hit, but it was just, it's cool, bro. I'm gonna touch you a little more though. You know what I mean? It was just,
yeah. The combinations kept coming up until even through the 10th round. So, and he was landing shit. It just seems like, I mean, I don't want to say it was. I don't think it was easy. It's just he had a great game plan. So,
he did, and I just
and
felt,
great game plans make it look easy, I guess, right?
yeah, but I just felt like Morrell was playing catch up the entire fight. I should have said that, but it's like, to me, that he's making it look easy. Like the fact that like I can't catch up to you, bro. Like your output's crazy,
Yeah,
mine's okay, but like I
yeah,
don't have an answer for you. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I mean, he had some good moments. I mean, I thought he won a couple rounds, but Benavidez, I think by a landslide, bro, maybe 9-3.
I mean, he outlanded, and I was listening to look at the stats. I was looking at the stats and listening to him talk about the stats, and he landed about 40% of his punches. So, I mean, if you're throwing combinations like that, I'm talking about Benavidez. You're
Right.
throwing combinations like that and landing 40% on someone that's quote unquote as slick as Morrell, then shit, you had a good night off.
A great night.
So,
A great night.
and he utilized the body a lot. He came in, and this could have been a mistake. This could be, which I'm proud that it isn't, but like with him knowing that everyone, including himself, wants to fight the Canelo fight, and him never like looking past his opponents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he could, where it's like, man, like fuck this. If I win, I get this. Like that, being the quote unquote prize. He's game planning as if he's treating every single one like they're an important fight. So
It's
I
impressive.
have to applaud that. I
Very
have to applaud
impressive.
that.
I think he can beat both Bivol and Better BF.
I hope so. They're
Shit,
naturally bigger guys, and Better BF is older now, so
Benavidez is naturally big too, though.
that's true. Better BF is older, so he's not punching as hard as he was. That would have
Mm-hmm.
been the only thing. Because a couple of those shots Morrell caught Benavidez with, if that was Better BF on the other end, prime Better BF, that's gonna be a tough one to take.
That's tough. That's tough. I think
But he's over the hill now, so
he's over the hill for sure. Bivol would be his toughest opponent. I think tougher than a Canelo, personally. Just because, I mean,
yeah,
pace for pace, like, you're not going to dictate Bivol at that point. Like, he's
yeah,
got some skin in the game. He's been around a long time, bro. Like, At that point, that shit is 50-50. I never thought, looking back, I didn't really think Morrell and Benavidez was a true 50-50 fight. I thought it was going to be a really close fight, really good fight, but Bivol and Benavidez is like the fight to make for me from a skill standpoint.
I mean, from a skill standpoint, that's why if Bivol does pull it off, I even heard Turkey out Sheik saying that even if Bivol pulls it off, that he'd even entertain doing that fight in between before the third fight. Yeah,
I like that.
So that would be something. That definitely would be something. I would definitely be more interested in that fight than any other fight that could be lined up. I think the only reason why people say the Canelo fight is because of the draw. Canelo and Terrence just signed that deal to fight at Allegiant, which is crazy.
That's gonna be crazy. That shit gonna be sold out too.
I'm contemplating going, but I know them tickets gonna be ridiculous.
3K, 2K.
I'll watch it at home if that's the thing.
100%.
Go watch it at a bar. I'll probably watch it at a bar. But September is what I'm hearing.
I'm excited, bro. That's a hell of a fight. I mean, to be honest, I think they both should retire after that fight because Benavidez is coming.
Yeah, I think well, Canelo loses, he has no choice but to either fight Benavidez or retire, because then it's like you did all that running for what?
There's nobody else to fight, bro.
Yeah, and I don't think Terrence Crawford has any more challenges if he loses. But if he wins, I still don't think he has any more challenges that he would want to fight. So his biggest challenge, he's playing with house money. He already beat the one person that was his like equal in the division, where it was like it's either you or this guy. So once that happened, you're playing with house money. You've built this career, you dominated this career, and now you're in the point of your career like Canelo when he went up and tried to fight Bivol, where you're just chasing greatness. So if that's what he wants to do, yeah, I can't fault him for losing or winning that fight, just from the simple fact that he's going up heavy and fighting a killer and going up weight class to do it. So that's my guy. So Terrence Crawford's my guy. So I hope he wins off the strength of that. It's gonna be a tough night, but if anybody can get motivated for a fight, it is him.
Crawford for sure. Yeah, moving past Benavidez or the fight this weekend, bro. I don't think Canelo will want to see Morrell or Benavidez, in my opinion. I think it'd be slow. It'd be very slow.
Yeah, I think there's no way he'd fight Morrell just from the age range.
And the pace that both of them can push against Canelo would be insane. And Canelo don't want to. He don't want to fuck with that, bro.
I think if he fights Morrell, it'll like Bivol.
Yes.
To be honest.
Yes. And
I think it'll look at that Bivol fight.
It's gonna hurt.
So
because I think he's got a little more pop than Bivol.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's like I think that would be the outcome. It would look, or the blueprint for that fight would probably look like that, to be honest.
I think he would probably welcome a Morrell fight over a Benavidez fight, because it's kind of like, I mean, I'm thinking of it like a Munguia or like a Berlanga type, to the point where like you have no experience, but hey, come challenge me for these belts, make some money. You know what I mean? But I still don't think Canelo wins either one, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I don't think he'd take the Morrell, because like the Morrell has essentially the same risk as the Benavidez fight with no reward, because if he loses to Benavidez, then it's like, yeah, he was that guy. But like if he loses to Morrell, it's like, damn, you had no business. That's why you were running from Benavidez. But if he beats him, he's like, oh, you fought him but wouldn't fight Benavidez. You know what I mean? So I feel like the cons outweigh the pros in a Morrell fight from all angles and sides. As opposed to if he would already fought Benavidez, win, lose, or draw, fight Morrell would have been like, wouldn't have been. But like I think the anticipation and build up, fighting one of Benavidez's opponents looks crazy for Canelo,
right?
In any form or fashion. So that's how I feel.
It's tough, man, but I guess we'll just have to see, bro. But yeah, hey,
We'll see.
this weekend was great boxing wise, man. I look forward to watching more, PBC events and whatnot. So I know we got Tank coming
Yeah.
up March 1st.
Yep.
Very excited about that, bro. But hey, tonight, bro, that's it, man. We'll be back with another one next week.
Yes, sir.
Later.
Yeah.